Hi guys and welcome. So today I have a tutorial to show you using my brand new notebook template and my notebook mock-up template. So these are going to be up in my Etsy shop. So that way, for those of you who make your own notebooks, you can have mock-ups to be able to share with your customers, just to give them an idea of what their notebook is going to look like. And I will highly stress, especially if you're like me who makes the cover and then I use a notebook that I bought and just unspiral and respiral it. You are going to want to make sure you're stressing to your customers, even if you use a cinch machine, that this is just a mock-up to let you know and give you an idea of what it's going to look like. So let's get started. So this is my template that I am using. Okay, so it's a really simple template, really easy to use. So what you're really going to be paying for is for the mock-up, just to let you know, because the template itself is simple. So I have these guidelines here just to show me where I need to place my image. On the left side here, when you cut this, so a regular notebook is what, 8 by 10.5, something like that. So your template is 8.5 by 11. So when you do your print, you're going to need to do some cutting. So the guidelines that I provided you let you see where you need to put your image. And on the left side here, this is where your holes are going to need to be. So when you do your cutting, you're going to want to make sure that you don't have anything beyond your right guideline here. And actually, let me see. I'm going to do a vertical type tool, and ooh, that's kind of big. Let's make this smaller, and I'm going to say cut here. Okay, so that way you know that this side needs to be cut. And then I'm going to type in punch holes here. And I don't know if I spelled that right. Here. Okay. And we're going to make this one a bit smaller. Okay. Let's make this smaller. Smaller than that. Oh, okay. This is 48. This needs to be at 48. And then I'm going to actually change this color. Okay, just so you know which side you need to punch and what side you need to cut. Okay. And then what I do is I cut, so these are 1/2 inch in on the top and the bottom. But what I do is when I go to print, after I print, I'm only going to cut 1/4 inch off each side. and then that would get me to my 8 inches. Okay, so now let me show you how you're going to change your background here. So here I'm going to click on the rectangle image, and I'm going to hit, let me see, I just want to make sure I got this so that you guys can see. I'm going to hit this FX here. I'm going to get, there you go, a box. I'm going to do a pattern overlay. So now this is what automatically comes up, but I don't want this pattern. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK for right now. So now what I'm going to do is, I already have the file. I thought I already had the file up. Okay, apparently I didn't. Let's see. I'm going to choose this one. Let's see. Actually, don't do that. I'm just going to do a copy so I know where my file is going. So then I'm going to click on File, and I want to click Open. Open on my computer. Paste. So go exactly to where I want it to open. And I'm going to select this one here. I want to see how this is going to look. Okay. So now what I want to do is go to Edit and define my pattern. And then you can name it if you want to. I just keep it as it is because it saves in my Photoshop. So now I'm going to go back. What's this? Okay, that's the image that we're using. I'm going to say, what is that? I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back to my pattern overlay. And this is where the file is at now. So now I want to change that up because I want some of that showing, right? Oh, but apparently not too much. So you do want to be careful when you're doing this part because you want to make sure that your boxes are going to be exactly where you need them to be. And I think I'm going to, let's see. I think I'm going to keep it like that. Because I'm just showing you guys how to use it. Okay. So now I want to add my imagery. And let's see if this is going to work. So I already picked up my image. So I'm just doing a, putting it back on once I can see it. Where did she go? Maybe it's trying to get back on. I worked really hard on getting her some, because this is the image that we're using. Okay, there we go. I had did a clipping mask and I needed to release it. Okay, so this is the girl's head that I am using. Isn't she cute? So what I did was I made it into a smart object because when it comes like this. And so I just played around with this tool here and created a shape that will fit her head. So I can get it exactly where I wanted it to go. And then I saved it, and it was saved automatically into your smart object. Okay. So I have that. So I'm just going to do a simple text, but I want it to be horizontal. And I'm just going to call this, name it after my shop, Whirly Made. Now you do want to get rid of these, the punch here and the cut here. So color wise, what would be a good color with this? I'm not sure. I don't want to be too off on this. I'll go with that. I want this to be a bit bigger. I want to play around with the warping of the text. Because I want it to have like a little arc. Alrighty. There. I'm going to play with this to make sure that this is going where it needed to go. Okay, so now I'm going to do another text, and it's going to be down here. And I don't know why it's that small. I'm going to call it Designs. This to definitely be bigger. I want this to follow the same color, and I want it to have an arc also. Okay, so now I'm just playing around with this now. I'm trying to get this as centered as possible. I think I want to make her head just a little bit smaller. That's the one thing I do like about Photoshop, that it will help you with your alignment. Okay, but like I said, this is just an example. I'm actually not doing this one, so I just wanted to. I don't want to do that. Now see how that is right there. That's okay. I think I got it. So I'm just gonna select all of those and play with it to get it where I want it to go. Alright, so now that's your design using the notebook template. Now you want to create a mock-up to show your customers how this is going to look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select everything here that has an eye icon here for you to see. I'm going to go to Layer, and I'm going to go to Merge Visible. So now I'm going into my mockup. So this is what the mockup is going to look like. When you share this with your customers, you're going to want to take off the delete this layer. And then I have a thing here that says place design here, and this is a smart object. So I'm going to click on that little box. It's going to open up a new tab. I'm going to go back to my notebook template. And one thing that's really important, if you're going to use this same template over and over again, when you go to save, make sure to unmerge your layers back, or else it's going to save like that and you're not going to be able to redo it. So now what I'm going to do is take, okay, I ain't gonna worry about it. Oh, that's why it's not working. Take that off. Okay, take that lock off. I'm going to go here. I'm just dragging it over. I'm going to say okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a free transform and make my image fit to cover this white area. Okay, and now it's centered. I'm going to hit the check mark. You're going to go to File and Save. Okay, so now that it's working its magic, when you go to the mock-up template, you now have a mock-up of your notebook that you're going to be giving to your customer. So it's a wonderful template, a wonderful marketing tool. This is going up in my shop. This is going to be $10 for the template and the mock-up together. I think that's a reasonable price. But also check out, because you never know, I may have some sales to discount it. So, yeah, I think that's it. So you're going to get two Photoshop files. You're going to get a file for the template and a file for the mock-up. And also, I'm going to copy this video into the files, into the uploads if Etsy will allow me to. So that way you can always go back to this video to learn how to use the template and the mockups together. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. And I'm loving doing this, so I'm going to have some more stuff coming out. So, alrighty. Bye-bye.